This speech was 13 years in the making. I am 18 years in the making. We were together, 38 teachers, 7 bus drivers, and 220 classmates in the making. Given that much time and that many resources, you'd think it'd be perfect, right? I would think the same. Because at the end of 13 years of education, and most importantly, 4 years of high school, everything should be perfect. My thoughts and ideas should be clear and concise, easily transferable to a page. I should be a master orator, perfecting what to say and how to say it. And I should stand up here with my perfect work in front of me, and I should say, here is what I've learned. I'm an idealist, so I'm by no means going to discount my honest belief that my words to summarize our 13 years of education should be perfect. I know they aren't, so what's the point then? If I cannot give you perfect advice or look back on our past with perfection, then what's the point? But here's the thing, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I've learned from my classmates that sit around me today that I do not have to be perfect. They have shown me an incredible amount of love and a remarkable amount of support over the 4 years that we've shared this high school together. Their trust in me is what allows me to stand before you all today, and so going forward, I'd like to return the favor. You see, I don't mean to offer advice or look back on our past. I instead wish to reassure my classmates of their futures and give them the confidence to move forward that they have given me, from the Mr. President salutes to the standing ovations. There's absolutely no doubt that the class of 2019 deserves all of the confidence in the world, not just because of the 177 incredible friends that I have sitting around me, but because we as a body have a future that is destined to be spectacular. We stand today together at a precipice, looking forward at that great light that will define the rest of our lives. I have no doubt in my mind at all that every single individual sitting around me is going places, going to do great things, going to make something of themselves. I've known many of my classmates for 13 years, others I've known for 1. But nevertheless, I know them all, and I can tell you with certainty, and more importantly, I can tell them with certainty that they should have nothing to fear. You should all have the same confidence you've given me over the past 4 years. And if you're doubtful, then take my hand. Together we will lift our chins and move forward into the future, our heads angled away from hopelessness and away from despair. Instead, we will course through the skies, course through the light. We will be the world's next storm. The Medway class of 2019 will be one that trees bend to, a force to be reckoned with. Teachers and parents alike have noted that we are an exceptional group of students and an even more remarkable group of friends. The class is academically gifted, incredibly involved in clubs and sports, but that does not make up our best qualities. The power of our hurricane exists in the everyday lives that we lead. We've learned that what has defined us as a class is how we've defined ourselves. Alongside being an idealist, I'm also a collectivist. I see immense power within a group. But individual voices, individual players, individual tufts of clouds and bolts of lightning can determine the direction of a group. All of us here have remarkable individual power, and whether my classmates believe that or not, it's true. The power within each of us manifests itself in the storm-like nature of our class. We have the strength of a storm and the iron will of a hurricane, but chaos is not in our character. Instead, we make the wind currents through which our storms move, godlike determiners of the world around us. To do so, we are astonishingly knowledgeable of the importance of moral backbones. The most important moral structure going forwards will be an adherence to a philosopher I love, Plato, who said that character is simply habit, long continued. As a class, we are fully aware of this. Every single action we take, every little decision we make, down to the smallest bits of our day, make us who we are. Every time we shift the course of the wind by something as small as deciding to study for an extra 10 minutes, or deciding what college or profession we'll be pursuing, we blow our storm in another direction. We make the currents through which our lives flow. As of now, we're one massive maelstrom, blowing together as one towards a shimmering conclusion. After today, we'll be tossed in 170 different directions with 170 different storms, and will rain on the ground around us in 170 different areas. Trust me, the world needs the water we're bringing desperately. New ideas, new voices, representatives of a new time and new technology and a new way of living. We're the first class to have existed purely in the 21st century. Now more than ever, we need to be conscious at all times of ourselves, of our past, and of our futures. Now more than ever, we need to return to a focus on people. There exist theories and systems and ethical postulates that we're constantly being told to follow. One of which is to be kind, always. Kindness isn't something we just do, though. Kindness is, again, habit long continued. It's recurrence, making it our moral backbone at all times without exception. It's making it the current through which we move. And so this is something that this class has to bring to the table as they leave Medway High. It's our knowledge of habit. We are defined by our actions just as storms are defined by their winds and by their rain. What we project, what we show to other people, how we treat other people all the time, at every waking moment, it's ourselves. It's us. And this may seem like a task too daunting, to be conscious of our everyday lives at all times. It may seem like simply too much work. I'll pull from David Foster Wallace, who said that the really important kind of freedom involves attention and awareness and discipline and being able to truly care about other people and sacrifice for them over and over. And he admitted that it is unimaginably hard to do this, to stay conscious and alive in the adult world day in and day out. Because it is. It's hard. All of this is. There's nothing easy but what we just did for the past 4 years or what we'll do for the rest of our lives. But that's where I seek to reassure you all and offer you confidence. The class of 2019 will go into the world beyond, our heads raised high, postures straightened, with perhaps the most important teaching this world has to offer already under our belts. I've seen our growth over the past 4 years, and I know each individual here has the resounding presence to accomplish a life spent conscious of our kindness, aware of our habit, with every possible success imaginable. It may not be easy. It may be loud. It may be thunderous. Let it. Let that thunder and let lightning herald us into the world beyond. The future will be bright. The future of the world and the future of each of us, however undefined they may be. They are the unknown, a time and place that are conquerable so long as we are conscious and aware at every given moment, and conquer it we will. We can all brave that unknown, that glorious unknown. It takes little more than ourselves and some forethought. It is something that every person around me is more than capable of. They always remember people. They know their incredible individual power, about the power of habit. They should have confidence. And so this is it. This is the end. 13 years went into the speech. 18 years went into the human being you see standing before you and those all around me, except one. The most perfect piece of reassurance then I'll leave you with is this. It's an invitation. Step out into the world. Say, "This is mine." Take in the air around you and know you control it. Unleash your gales and let the winds bow and bend in your wake. Be the world maker that I know all of you can be. Thank you all for 4 incredible years. And thank you to my family and everyone for being here today. Thank you. Thank you.